Eddie's famous biscuits and gravy with eggs and my coffee. Good way to start the morning. Hey everybody, it's me with just a change of plans for our cruise. But in the end, it works out for the better. When I went to pay, we had got the itinerary and the time frame we wanted to go on this cruise. So I said, well, let's go put a deposit down, see what we have to do. I get a hold of the ship line. They're like, there's no cruise in June. And I went, what? For anything, I could just book a cruise line, not realizing that they would have different time frames for their particular itinerary. I was like, what? So he looks it up and it's only in November. October, November, right? So of course I have to three-way chat with the girls. I give them the update or the change. This was the itinerary we wanted. 7 days, it was perfect, out of San Diego. It was just perfect. So my daughter's like, hey, why don't we just go on this in November? She said that'd give us more time anyway to get all situated for it. I said, okay, that sounds great. So I called the guy back. He said, I'll put you on a 5 day, I think it was a 5 day hold for the deposit. And he gives me a dollar amount. I said, okay. I tell the girls, and I said, we got 5 days. They sent me their part of the money. We split it 3 ways, and I put the deposit down. So that was good. So that's a change. Now we will not be going until November 14th, and we come back November 21st. My daughter happens to look up the airport coming out of Grand Island. I believe that's what it is, Grand Island, Nebraska, the small airport. And they changed their days of when they come out here. So now they come out Friday and Monday, which kind of puts a little damper in our plans because they were going to get here a day before. We were going to drive to San Diego, spend the night. So we're down there for the cruise. That's our plan. And now they're coming in right the day before, which we could still technically drive because it's a 5 or 6 hour drive, but they're jet lagged, it's going to be dark when we go down there. It's been many years since I drove around San Diego. So there's that. My granddaughter, she's going to check the airport out of Omaha because that's a bigger airport and they could pretty much pick their days, right? So as soon as she could see the calendar for next year, she's going to look at still flying out here on a Thursday out of Omaha. But when they go back, they'll go fly back to Grand Island, the small airport. I said, okay, that'll work. Things work out. And then I said, it works out because then my daughter could be here for 5 days after we come back for the cruise. And that way we could spend family time. Plus, a bonus is going to be Thanksgiving. So they'll be here for Thanksgiving, which is really great because we have not had Thanksgiving together for many years, So that's a nice little end to our 3 generation cruise. Yeah, cruise tour. I'll have to get a title for it because we'll have to put it on our room door on the cruise. I'm here by myself. It is raining. It's been raining all day. 100% rain. That was what it said. And it has. It's just like a steady little drizzle that comes down. Little dry patches. You might be driving down the road, there'll be no rain, and then all of a sudden you get little drizzles. It hasn't been really a downpour, but it has been steady drizzling down. I'm here by myself and I hear the door. Ooh. What is it? Ooh. But anyway, that's the update on the cruise. In the end, it all works out. We'll have more time together. We get to spend a holiday together. So that's really great. I've got my mindset has to change now because I was thinking I was going to go on a cruise in June. That's a big difference to November. But what is kind of good is that I can check the weather now for the time frame we will be there next year. And it might deviate a little bit here and there from a storm coming in or not. At least I could get a general idea. Now, San Diego and Las Vegas are pretty much the same temperatures. You know, when we get 70, they kind of get 70. Or if they're like in the mid 60s, we're 70, but then the next day we get mid 60s because it's all moving this way. Now, San Francisco, it's could be down in the 50s already. So it's going to be a little cooler there and probably a little windier. At least then I could get an idea on how to dress and what to get. I have been kind of looking through my own wardrobe before, shopping. I had bought some tennis shoes. I think they're Nine West from Ross. I haven't really worn them. Number one, I'm not really a tennis shoe person, but I haven't really worn them. So I said, I'm going to start wearing them and see if these will be okay to walk in. They have a platform on them. So that's one thing I got out of my closet. I got a jacket out of my closet. I got, so I've been kind of looking at my stuff. Now I have a few dresses. I have a jumpsuit, but I had bought some kind of little dressy sandals. Now I got rid of all my heels because I don't work no more and I don't really wear them. I do like a little heel, like a little kitten heel anymore. I went on Amazon. Now I bought the sandals from Amazon. They have great reviews and I got them, tried them on. They're walking sandals and they feel really good. Now I haven't really went out and walked in them a lot, but I figured I'll walk around the house in the winter, get the feel of them. I went online and I bought me a little heel. It's like a little kitten heel. They got great reviews, being very comfortable to stand in all day and dance the night away, So I thought, wow, that'd be great. It'll dress up my outfit. So I said, that's good. I've got the dressy sandals if I want. I could take the little heel. So now I got my dinner outfits kind of done, But I also got me a top, a little lace top. Well, kind of like anyway, I'll have to show it to you. And then I bought me some faux leather leggings. These were marked down at Old Navy. So I got them for a pretty good price. And I said, okay, let me get that because that is another piece that I could use to dress up pieces that I had bought earlier. So what I'm going to do is get a lot of the stuff that I'm accumulating for my cruise, and I'll do a little haul, try to show you what I'm going to wear for my cruise as it stands right today, or I may do that after the holidays, in January. Once all the holidays are done with, then I'll probably do a little cruise review on clothing I'm going to take. But yeah, I want to get all of that. I got my suitcase. Then I'll pack it up and we'll see how it works because I've never packed in a carry-on suitcase either, which will be for 7 days. So, but anyway, that's what's going to be coming. Maybe coming sooner than later. I don't know. Like I said, what else am I going to do? I'm here by myself. I record. Anywho, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.